If you intend to launch a new website, then you need to know a few considerations. It is imperative that the SEO issues get addressed for the effective and result-oriented goal of the website. Suppose your website will run on a content management system, then the following aspects have to be kept in mind and followed so that proper strategies get implemented accordingly. 1. Content length on the main pages. When it comes to content length, the length for the landing pages has to be minimum 250 words. Still, you need to take a look at your local ranking competition with respect to targeting your major landing pages. By just looking at the ranking, it may happen that you will get a fair idea of the sort of content which search engines like Google prefer. 2. Meta titles. You need to remember that meta titles are considered to be one of the most integral parts of SEO in terms of on-page elements. Meta titles are the first things which get displayed during search results on any of the search engines. Thus, a meta title needs to be descriptive and even encourage clicks to. 3. Meta descriptions. Whenever you come across an established website on the web, you will notice that it consists of meta description, which is listed below the meta title in the search results. So your meta description needs to be well written, keeping in mind the interest and intent of the users. Moreover, a meta description needs to be designed in such a manner that it defines what the user will search for and even tempt him to click on it. 4. Avoid usage of meta keywords. The new guideline about keywords is that meta keywords should not be incorporated within the content, so you have to avoid using them. 5. Heading tags should be used, H1, H2, etc. According to industry experts, the usage of heading tags within the web pages makes them more readable and enables the users to understand the content easily. In this way, people will stay on the web page a bit longer and will not get bored at all. 6. Incorporate the usage of keywords and descriptive URLs. Suppose if you intend to sell craft items, then your landing page should be less than a target equal underscore blank rel equal no echo LLOW 8 ref equal http://domain.com/craft/IPEMS greater than 8 http://domain.com/crafts/items less than /a greater than rather than a structure which is not descriptive at all. 7. Duplicate content. It may happen that the content of your website appears on other websites in the search results, so you need to make it unique and then pay attention to the fact that it isn't like other content on the web. What you need to do is that use Screaming Frog SEO Spider or Google Webmaster Tools to enable you to find the duplicity of the content. 8. Checking for robots.txt blockage. You need to ensure that the important sections of your website are not unnecessarily being blocked from the search engine bots. 9. Keeping an eye on page errors. It is a common trend that whenever a new website gets launched, 4xx and xx errors do take place. Thus you have to scan the web pages for any of these errors and get them fixed accordingly so that your website opens and runs smoothly for the users. 10. Website speed. These days the website speed is crucial as it is considered to be the critical ranking factor and will continue to hold true in future. What you can do is check the speed of your website through webpagetest.org or Google Analytics and assess how well your website performs. 11. Internal links. When developing a website, you need to ensure that the web pages are linked equally within the website content. According to different SEO experts, the internal links result in a much better user-friendly experience indeed. In addition to this, the anchor text has to be well optimized and not much descriptive. 12. On-site local SEO. It is vital that the website you develop contains separate web pages for each of the locations. The website content has to be targeted towards your local area and that the contact information has to be displayed on each page respectively. Sandbox. In terms of computer security, a sandbox is a security mechanism which is used for distinguishing between running programs. Primarily, a sandbox is used to execute untrusted programs or untested code from the unverified suppliers, untrusted websites or users, and unverified third parties as well. What a sandbox does is that it offers a set of resources that are tightly secured for the guest programs to operate like the scratch space on memory or disk. The common usage of Sandbox is in terms of virtualization, as it tests any harmful programs or a virus and prevents it from harming the host device. Implementation of a sandbox. A sandbox is implemented in following number of ways. Rule-based executions, which enables users to have full control over the processes which get started or spawned, and even allow them to insert the code into other applications as well as gain access to the internet. This whole process allows for system-assigned access levels for the programs or users that are controlled by a set of determined rules. Moreover, file or registry security can also be controlled too. It happens that virtual machines imitate the entire host computer over which the traditional operating system runs and boots the actual hardware. The guest operating system, in such a case, runs the sandbox in a manner that it does not run natively over the host, but instead accesses the host resources via the emulator. Various security researchers depend heavily on the sandboxing technologies to analyze the pattern of a malware. By developing an environment which replicates or mimics targeted desktops, researchers can determine how malware works and affects the targeted host. Nowadays, different malware analysis services are based on the sandbox technology. Thus, a sandbox is pretty necessary to ensure the security of systems and the hardware so that any unwanted program or virus does not affect their efficient operation at all.